In this episode, I finally turned my attention to the inside of the house. If you saw the original house tour, you know it's an absolute mess in there. I can basically barely walk around without tripping over. If you're into these extreme cleanup videos here on YouTube, I think you're gonna like this one. In any case, watch until the end to find out how many rooms I can clean in one day. Hello there and welcome back to rebuilding number 73. Well, it has been a little while since I picked up the camera and to be frank, also not that much happened on site. Winter has now fully kicked in, which is in a way a little bit of an advantage because the garden, well, has lost most of its foliage, and that helps to get a proper overview of what we have on our hands. And it also helped me finish the clearing out. So actually I continued clearing out the garden off camera in the last few weeks to create extra space. And as you see, I'm starting to use that extra space to make heaps of waste piles, but I sort them out so that they're ready to be easily taken away once I can bring in a container here and to bring them to the recycling park. So actually what I started doing is I separated the glass, the wood. This is scrap metal for which I hope I can still get some money back, and then let's say rough household waste, not really sure how to call this, like old appliances, big plastic garden furniture, stuff like that, right? And most of that waste actually comes from the first room that I started to clear out in the house. And that room, you already know a little bit if you have been following the previous videos. It is the room for which I built the door last time, but actually inside it was, as you might remember, I might throw in like a before shot, but it was pretty basically one big dumpster in and of itself. But I tried to clear it out and it's already much better now. As you can see, at least I can walk in. And so mostly sorted out. These are things I'm keeping for now. I started collecting even more old metal, some things that might be useful still, some tools, some rope, and so on, right? So today what I will do is I'll try to empty out this little cupboard and get rid of it, clean it up a little bit more. That's one part of my goal for today. And then I might make a start with actually cleaning up the inside of the house itself on the ground floor, what was the living room and the kitchen. But for that I might want to actually take off the panels from the window here so that I get a little bit more light. Otherwise I do have a work lamp, but otherwise it's really not nice to work in a pretty dark environment. So I might tackle that first, right? So that's on the program for today. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Drop a comment if you are particularly interested to see specific parts of the process, and I might also do a video relatively soon, explain a bit more the bigger picture for this project and what are all my plans, so that you get an idea what we're up to here. So with that out of the way, let's just get started. So how I'm going about this is the smaller stuff that needs to be thrown I collect in these waste bags, and the bigger parts I sort out for the heaps outside, except the smaller metal parts, the scrap metal parts, which I keep for now in boxes in here. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'll start now with the area here under the workbenches, and then I'll tackle the cupboard that I showed before. So I quickly want to show you. Here we have a bag, maybe I can show it a bit better. And there was some kind of cement or chalk in it, and obviously due to all the humidity it completely solidified, so and it's pretty heavy. So I think I'll try to just get rid of the plastic because it's anyway broken, and then this goes with basically the brick waste and tiles and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I have to sometimes improvise a little bit. This is the cupboard, so I emptied it in the meantime, and now I'll try to take it apart. And I'm already proven wrong. That plaster or cement or whatever it is, it simply fell apart, so I spread it out over the floor for now. It's not really in my way, so that's just a worry for later. Okay, turns out I forgot to press the record button, but by now the cupboard is gone. I'm just gonna carry out the different parts to the wood pile, and then I think I'm done with this room. Okay, it's time to shift the attention to the inside of the house. I think I mentioned I wanted to take off the plates in front of that window to create some more light inside, but upon closer inspection the window behind is completely broken. At one point I think some vandalism took place and they completely destroyed the window, and I don't want it to be open either for people to get in nor for rain to get in, right? So I'm gonna leave it at that. It's a bit annoying. I'll have to work with artificial light only inside, but that's what we gotta, what we have to do. So if you have seen the very first video of this series, you have already seen a bit the state inside, but for all of you who did not, well, I recommend you to watch that video. It gives you an idea of how the site looked like basically when I bought it. But coming inside, here we have the old living room in the current state. As you see, it's a complete mess. Waste, books, stuff all over the place, old appliances, old TV, and so on. But all with all, I think this should be relatively straightforward to clean out. I don't look forward to like the old blankets and clothes and stuff that are also here. As I mentioned, these I dislike the most. And through there is the kitchen, but it's very dark now. Let me see if I can pick this up and show you a little bit. So, difficult to give you the full perspective. There we go. So this one is more difficult because it has all the big appliances still, the fridge, the stove, and so on. And I want to be very careful. In the back corner there seems to be gas, a little gas boiler or something. Normally the gas should all be switched off, but I want to be extra careful there. So this room is going to be more tricky. Not sure if I will get to that today. If I can tackle this already, that would be a great achievement. Also, before getting started, I put on my dust mask because especially with some of the clothes and stuff, the dust is just not healthy. So I wanted to postpone it because you can probably not hear me very well, and it's not the most comfortable to wear, but safety first, right? Okay, I'm making progress, but the progress is slow and the work is kind of annoying because I have to bend over to the floor and kind of sort stuff out, but here you go. Basically, probably hard to see, but I cleared out quite a bit, but it's still a lot to go, a long way to go. And one of the reasons why it's going slow is that all the paper and cardboard that I'm not putting in waste bags, instead that I'm just trying to get rid of. So I made a little fire here in the garden, but the problem is a lot of the paper, the cardboard is very humid because the house is so humid. And turns out books in itself, you know, the paper is too compacted, so you actually need to tear it apart for it to burn properly. So it takes a lot of time taking the books apart. So this is actually slowing me down a lot, but I think I'm through most of the paper stuff. I'm gonna take a lunch break now, and I think afterwards I might leave that for a while and, you know, get sorting through the bigger stuff to see the progress again, moving forward faster. Miso soup should warm me up a little bit. It's time to get going again. My fire is roaring properly, and as you see, I mostly got rid of the stack. These are a couple of books which are too hard to burn, I think. So while the fire is going, I'll go back inside.
I think this is the right moment to pop in and explain a little bit why I'm taking a hammer to these cabinets and why I was burning some papers and books earlier and why I'm putting nearly everything that's on the floor in trash bags ready for the waste incinerator. The truth is that a lot of the things here are old but not valuable or unique in a particular way, and nearly everything is damaged by humidity or in other ways. And some of the furniture was also damaged by the pets of the previous owner. So I came to the conclusion that most of the stuff here is neither for me, neither for other people of much value anymore. And so that's why I'm demolishing or trashing most of it. Every now and then I come across something that is really cool or really unique that I do keep aside for repair or for a fresh up, let's say. But really, most things are not of use anymore. So I hope you understand that approach.
Alright, I need a break from this annoying mask and from working inside. It is not the most fun work. I mean, I definitely prefer working in the garden. It's dusty, it's basically rubbish, going through rubbish, years and years of collected rubbish of other people, right? I've also been able to progressing okay-ish. I think I've done half of the room now. I can show you. Because I think it's hard to actually see very much of what I'm filming inside here, but I cleared roughly speaking, with the emphasis on roughly, the first half of the room. This half I didn't touch yet, and I think that will be for another day. I also removed two cupboards here, two pieces of furniture I demolished and mostly got out. This television, very old one, is very heavy, so that one I will need to carry out when I have some help on site. So yeah, I'm progressing, but it's not going as fast as I hoped. I hoped that I would be able to finish the living room today, but I feel my energy is going. I think we have daylight for another good 1 hour before basically it will start fading out. And I still need to, of course, carry all the mess over here to the piles in the back of the garden. So I think I will take a little break now to gather a bit of energy, and then we'll just start clearing this out. And I think then I call it a day.
Well, as is clear by now, I was too ambitious for today. This cleaning takes a lot more time than I anticipated at the start. So there's lots more to come, but I'm actually not sure how interesting you guys find this to watch. So do let me know in the comments if you want to see more of this cleanup work.
I've cleaned up the rubbish I cleared out of the house and that I just piled up over there. That's now gone and sorted. And I actually am still doing some work in the hallway, in the corridor, because that's a bit of a trip hazard. So I think I will try to finish that, just clearing that up a little bit. But I will already say goodbye to all of you because I'm quickly losing light. I do wonder how much you could see. I haven't seen the footage yet, of course, how much you could see from me working inside today. So I hope some of the footage is usable. Thanks for joining another episode. Do let me know what you think of these episodes. Is there stuff you want to see more of, less of? Do let me know. Also, if you have any tips when doing a big demolition and building project, do let me know. And with that, I thank you for joining once more and see you hopefully next time. Bye.